Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from T.W White Sons. Taken in part exchange earlier on today, here we have a Volvo V40. This is a 2-litre diesel with the D3 Volvo diesel engine, and this is the SE Lux specification. Okay, now this car's covered a little over 70,000 miles. I'll get the exact mileage when we get in the car. And I just want to walk you around it and show you the condition this vehicle's in. Now, in case you're wondering, we are a Mazda dealer. We took this in part exchange against a Skoda. A bit of a strange one really, but we're a family-run business. We take anything in part exchange, and we often retail the very nice part exchanges, which this definitely is. Actually, sorry, I tell a lie. They part exchange it against a Seat Arona. Very close. So this is presented a black mica, and with the Lux spec, you've got leather seats. This has got stone leather seats. Now, I don't know if that's standard. I'd imagine you have the option of the lighter colour interior, and it's in really wonderful condition. We wouldn't normally retail something of this age, but it's very nice. It's a local car, and it's been serviced by our local Volvo dealer, who we have a good relationship with. So I just want to walk you around it. Obviously, please do study the photos, zoom in, have a good look, and bar some very light grazes on the alloy wheels, which I shall have done without question. The car is very, very nice. Now, the car is due a service. It's due a service next month. It was last done in October 2020. So we shall carry out that service and put it through the workshop, and anything that requires doing shall be done, as well as the little grazes on the alloys, like so. Okay. This has got a Squire Furno. So Squire Furno were a big Volvo dealer group, I believe, and Parkside Volvo have also been servicing it. The customer we got the car off was a second owner, so I believe Squire Furno was probably the dealership servicing it under the first owner's custody, under the custody of the first owner, and Parkside Volvo, which is just up the road here in Orpington, for the second. But it is a very nice car indeed. So before we go inside, I want to start off at the back of the vehicle. Now, the car does have rear parking sensors, and there's a display at the interior of the car, which I'll show you when we get inside. Now, we haven't actually cleaned this car. Apologies. It will be cleaned naturally, but it's in really good shape. So it's often nice to see a car in its raw condition. So you've got a really good sized boot here. I would say my benchmark now is, will a car fit a pram in it? This definitely would. It's nice and deep, wide, it's a good shape, good use of the space. And like many cars these days, you've got a tyre inflation kit, but you do have the space for a spare wheel, if that's what you require. The parcel shelf will come out to give you more room, and you've got 60-40 split rear seats. Now, something that really stood out on this vehicle is the condition of the interior. Now, stone seats, I mean, we do them in the Mazda range, aren't as difficult to keep clean as you'd imagine. But these rear seats, they really don't look like they've been used much at all. Oh, I was wondering what that was. You've got cup holders there, all right, and you've got an armrest there. Normally the cup holders are in the armrest, but you've got the armrest there. Okay. Just have a look here. That's the third headrest, which goes up like so. Okay, but you can lower that down for better visibility when the car, if you didn't need it, of course. Okay, just having a little play around. Obviously, we don't sell these cars every day. I think I've had a couple of these before, so I'm just getting to sort of know the car as I do the video. The car has got Xenon lights, hence the headlight washers. I was checking that out earlier just to familiarise myself with the spec of the car, and it's got a beautiful panoramic roof. Can't really tell from the outside, but look at that. And I would really, I think I'd be really keen to have a panoramic roof, for the simple fact that I've got a 2.5-year-old son, and I just think it would be nice to look up into the stars and, you know, see what's going on around them as they're being ferried round in the car. It just makes it more interesting. I think I'd like it as well as a passenger to look out of that panoramic roof. So let's go to the inside of the vehicle, and I also want to just point something out. In terms of the ownership of the car, the car's got Goodyear sort of fuel efficient tyres on the front of the vehicle, and that's always a good sign of ownership, because even on a car that's a sort of 8 or 9 year old now, and with sort of 70,000 miles, they haven't skimped on the tyres. Okay, so yeah, no, really impressive. Right, so let's go to the inside. And I've also brought the service history along because I wanted to share that with you. Electric windows, mirrors, all here. And these normally get all scuffed up and, you know, and whatnot. But no, it's all in really good shape. I do really like the build quality of these cars. I think they're fantastic. And the steering wheel, it's all lovely. Normally, they get... I often find people that wear makeup, you can often get a lot of makeup, like foundation on steering wheels. This is nice and clean. Or marks from rings or jewellery, or maybe possibly a watch, to scuff up the steering wheel. But this is very, very nice indeed. Now, there's the mileage there. So it's done 72,184 miles. And look at this. This car has been averaging 54.6 mpg. Now, that's a 2-litre engine. It's only 114 grams of CO2, okay? So this car also benefits from £30 a year road tax. So I think that's a real selling point of this car. I hate paying tax. I think everybody does. We have to pay some. And if we can get away with paying £30 on a car, I don't know, it would make me feel good. Look at that panoramic roof. Isn't that lovely? Now, I'm going to start the car up so we can go through some of the features. So 2 keys with the car, naturally. So you've got the little Parkside Volvo key tags, key rings. So you've got 2 of these. To start the car, you put the key here, foot on the clutch, and you press the start button. Okay. Car fires up into life. Now, this is very interesting. You've got an analog speedometer in the middle there, but left you've got the temperature, and the right the rev counter, and look at that, so it goes up. So that's quite novel. I found that quite interesting as I drove it over, but yeah, very nice indeed. Right, so let's have a look now. Steering column, up, down, in and out. Okay, so plenty of adjustment there to get you comfy. You've got some like trip computer bits here, even reminds you, look, to book a service because the service is due. Different display modes, so look, displaying MPG. You can even have kilometers an hour there as well, so if you're driving in Europe, that would be useful. You've got your range, okay, so all great. So look, at an average speed of 39 miles an hour, this car has done 54.6 mpg, so that's super economical. And at the moment, the hot topic is people running out of fuel. So if a car like this, you fill it up, I'm sure you could do many miles. Now, here you've got mute, volume, track, seek. What have you got here? Not terribly sure what this one does. Cruise control, sorry, making myself look stupid here. Yeah, so cruise control and speed limit. Okay, so look, the speed limit, you can set your speed limit. That's pretty handy actually, and the car physically won't go any more than that speed. And then you've got your cruise control here, so you can set that, you know, 70 miles an hour, of course, and you'll benefit from even better fuel consumption. You've got your rear wipers here, rear wiper on the end here, wipers, indicators, okay. Over here you've got automatic lights, okay, boot open. That's quite rare on a hatchback car to have that. It's normally booted cars that will have that. Rear fog light and your dashboard illumination, okay. So you've got your wing mirrors here, left and right, and you toggle, okay. That's what I was looking for. Almost embarrassed myself there. Yeah, so you press both these buttons and the wing mirrors will fold in and out. So another useful feature. Save your wing mirrors when you're parked up on a tight street. Now, I just want to draw your attention to this gear knob. I found this very novel. So if I turn off the car, now it's not that easy to see this because the sun is out, quite bright today. But it lights up. I think that's lovely. When we were selling RX8s back in late 2003, 2004, one of the accessories on the RX8 and the Mazda MX-5 was an illuminated gear knob. And it appears this is standard on the SE Lux, so that's a really lovely feature. Also want to mention this car, the drive of this car, it's got the lightest clutch I have felt on a manual car for a long time. Really lovely. So that all functions extremely well. Now here you've got your climate control, okay. Now this little fascia here, when you press the button, like body and floor, this is for the heating. It all displays up there as well. You've got heated seats at the front, okay. Once you've paired your phone up, okay, you can dial a number here. Of course, you can, you know, go into your phone book, which is probably the easiest and safest thing to do. Yeah, you've got a quick demist front screen, heated rear screen. The air conditioning works very well. It's quite warm today, like 23 degrees. So I had put the aircon on. It's the first thing I always check with cars, and that all works very well, as you'd expect from a car with such a good service history. You've also got a cooled glove box, and it's enormous. There's a place for the books up there, and there's all this area here. It's a massive glove box, and it blows out cold air, which is great for your sandwiches. So yes, now let me show you. So we've got all the books, and look, this car, there you go. So 10 miles, it had its PDI. So it serviced, it had its PDI at Squire Furno in Maidenhead. Now, I used to work in a garage. We still have the garage in the dealer group in Weybridge. So Maidenhead wasn't a million miles from us. It was kind of in that sort of direction. And I do remember dealing with Squire Furno. Okay, so it's got service, PDI, service in 13. Okay, so this is a late 12 car. 13, 14, 15, 17, so it's been done on the mileage, okay, 18, 20, and I've got the last 3 receipts from Parkside Volvo, okay. So it's got a very good service history. It had an ABS sensor on its last service, but nothing's been skimped on at all. Okay, so it's all really excellent. Okay, now the car connectivity I always think is important in this day and age, but you can phone pair your phone up via the Bluetooth. Okay, and you can connect to an iPod and control an iPod or your phone, and you've got a USB in there. So yeah, connectivity is great. These lovely seats, I can't get over these seats. And if you don't fancy looking into the sky, or the sun's just beating down a little bit too hard, you can close that up like so with a flick of a switch. you've got a lovely rimless rearview mirror. Mazda have started putting them on their sort of more higher spec vehicles. It gives their idea was it gives more of a premium feel. It certainly does when I see a rimless rear view mirror. I know that sounds really trivial, but I think that's a nice touch. So heated seats we've covered. This is your phone, your heater, but it all comes up on here. Okay, you've got the all-important drinks holders down here with a 12-volt socket here, and you've also got a 12-volt socket there. Okay, and the USB in the glove box, in the armrest. So that's all great stuff. I can't stress the condition of this car. It is really, really lovely. It's a nice, honest car. It's not got all that shiny stuff on the dash, on the steering wheel. It's just a good, honest car with an excellent service history. Now, being a Mazda dealer, we like to prepare our cars to a high standard and give you a 12-month parts and labour, comprehensive parts and labour warranty with this vehicle. Part exchange is extremely welcome. Obviously, even if you don't have a Mazda or a Suzuki, like we sell new, we can give very good prices. Please, you know, try We Buy Any Car and the likes of them, just to get an idea of how fairly you'll be treated, and then do give us a go. Please don't dispose of your car before seeing us, because we can make the whole experience a lot more seamless and pleasant as possible. We have the facility to extend the warranty for up to 3 years, and we have fantastic finance facilities. Do inquire at any time of day. We do appreciate that a lot of people are looking at cars outside normal working hours. I certainly would be, and it's always nice to get a bit of a to, you know, make contact, and, you know, if you've got a question. So thank you very much for watching the video. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye bye.